Got me obsessed, got me obsessed, got me obsessed.
Hello, welcome back to my channel. It is Christine. As I'm sure you've already noticed, this is gonna be my everyday makeup routine. I'm saying everyday lightly because I really only wear makeup about 4 or 5 days a week, sometimes even 3 or 2, but this is what I do every single time. If I don't want to do no makeup and I just want to do the most bare minimum, I'll usually just do like the Drunk Elephant bronzing drops on my face, and then just some mascara, and of course my eyebrows. And also I want to note my eyebrows are microbladed, so normally they're non-existent, so really all I have to do is just kind of brush them up and fill them in a little bit. Also, I did get lip blush done. If you don't know what lip blush is, it's basically where, I'm gonna say the word tattoo, but it only lasts like 1 to 3 years. It's not like permanent, but they kind of tattoo around your lips just so that you have more color in your lips, I guess. And also I feel like it's kind of like a permanent lip liner, I guess. Anyways, absolutely love it. So I did want to disclaim that I have that done, so if it looks like I am wearing makeup, I'm actually not. But let's just get straight into it. First of all, primer. I don't use a primer. I've tried a billion face primers, especially the ones that are literally the most popular, and the only one that I genuinely like is just the e.l.f. one. But even then, I feel like it's just not necessary as long as your face is extremely moisturized. So I did just do my skincare, so I do have moisturizer on. But if I'm doing my makeup like way after I did my skincare, then I'll just put moisturizer on and then do my makeup. But I have been obsessed with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter as a foundation. If I do want to go heavy and do like a full beat face and do foundation, I really like the Maybelline 30 Hour Super Stay foundation. But I really haven't used this in like months because I've just been obsessed with just using this. I am in the shade 3 Light Medium. So for concealer, I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape concealer. I have been using this since it was popular when I was in like 8th grade, and I will never use another concealer. This is the shade 12 in Fair Neutral, but I really just get any like super light one, and that way I only have to use like a tiny bit, like literally that much. And that's what I do, and then just trust me, it'll spread out. I never understood those girls who like literally draw triangles under your eyes. Like, that's just not necessary. I just like to spread it where I want it to go, and then I put the rest over my eyes. And there you go. It's just enough to like brighten up all of those spots without being too dramatic. Now for contouring, I like the Fenty Beauty contour stick. This is in the shade Amber Suede. I like it because it's cool toned. I hate bronzer that's like warm. And trust the process. I know it looks like a lot, but as soon as I put powder on my face to set it, it like disappears. So that's why I try to like overdo it. And then I go down the sides of my nose, and then under my nose as well. I just kind of color on myself right here like a child, but you know, I have a big forehead, that's a lot to cover. And then I'm just using that same beauty blender. That is the bronzer. It does look kind of orange on camera, but I swear it's cool. Also, a cheaper alternative that I do like almost just as much is the Halo Glow by e.l.f. It's like the brown one, obviously, and you just put a few dots. I'm sure you guys have seen it on TikTok or something, but the bronzer, you just put a few dots and you spread it out. That one works really well too. Now I'm gonna do blush. This is the Bobbi Brown one. Pot Rouge for lips and cheeks, and the shade Pale Pink. And then it says 11, so I'm guessing 11. This one was a splurge for sure, but I wanted it so bad, and it's gonna last a really long time. Like, I've had it for like a year and it still looks brand new because you only need a tiny bit. So I literally just put it in like twice like that, and then it gives you so much pigment. And I like how pink it is. I don't like when they're too red or too orange. Now I will say, just looking at my face like this, I would leave it here, but I know as soon as I put powder on, it's gonna kind of disappear, so I am gonna kind of overdo it for now. But you guys will see, just trust the process. It's gonna look normal. And then I always go over my nose with it as well. Oh yeah, now that I look kind of crazy, I always set my face. It like literally irks me when I see TikToks and they're like doing the dewy look and they just put foundation or like just concealer and wet bronzer and wet blush and all this stuff, and then they just, that's it. And I'm like, or like they set it with spray. I'm like, it's literally just sitting on top of your face. Like, it's like anything you touch, it's gonna come off. I don't know. I will never be one of those girlies. I will always set my face. This is the Morphe brush. Oh my god, I didn't even tell y'all. The brush that I used for the blush was the Morphe V108, and this brush I'm about to use for the powder is the e.l.f. powder brush and the Laura Mercier powder. And this is just the translucent one. I used to use the honey one. It was like honey something or something honey, but it was a little too pigmented for me, so I like this translucent one better. I have used a lot of powders in my time doing makeup, and I feel like this one is the least cakey, and I just go. And y'all see these little lines here? I always like try to take them away. And then I always just kind of touch my face to make sure it's like smooth and not super wet anywhere. And that way when I touch stuff, it's like, it just feels like skin, if that makes sense. Okay, but y'all see how the contouring just kind of disappeared? Like the blush is there a little bit and then the contour is there a tiny bit, but it's not as like in your face. So I like to go over it with the powder versions of everything. I used to only powder contour, which in a way makes the most sense, because what's the point of doing, what is it, cream contour? Like, what's the point of doing cream contour if you're gonna go over it with the powder anyways? But like it's just better to do both. Like, when you can do the cream contour, you can be really specific and like intentional with it, and then you can go over with the powder one and just kind of do as much that you need to get it to where you want, if that makes sense. So I'm just using the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and then this brush, to be completely honest, is from Victoria's Secret in like 2016. It is literally the like longest owned makeup product I have. I like to, whenever I'm using the powder, I like to bring it all the way down to my lips. I've used lots of bronzers in my life, and I think this is the only one that I actually like. I've used like the Huda one and Fenty one and just a lot of really popular ones, and I really feel like this one's the best, and that's great because it's cheap. I like to do a little bit on my jawline, not much, and then I'm not even gonna get any more. I'm just gonna use what's on the brush already, and I do the outside of my nose and then my forehead. So now we're bronze, and then I am gonna go in with blush again. This is the Dior blush. Again, this is something I've splurged on. I've used so many blushes, and now I've ended up with two very expensive ones, but totally worth it. I literally love them so much. This is in the shade Rosewood, and I'm just gonna use this brush. It says Chique, I don't know, it's CHIQUE. And it's just the blush brush. It literally says blush on it. And then I'm using this Dior. People complain about this because it's like there's no pigment, but I feel like that's perfect because a lot of blushes are like too much pigment. so you can like use the exact amount that you want. And it's like rosy as well, like it's kind of shiny in a way, or like maybe silky is the word. And yeah, for highlighter, I'm using this Bobbi Brown one. This is another thing, I've tried lots of ones and I ended up with this one. I'm guessing it's pretty expensive because it's Bobbi Brown, but I do love this one because it's like a shimmer. It's not super like in your face. It's really like a glow. I'm gonna say glow. Glow is the better word. And this brush is the Real Techniques 206.
Got lost, can't be found.
And you guys can see it's not like super obvious and in your face. And now I'm gonna take this highlighter. As you can see, it's broken, but this is like the third one I've had of this and they all break like this, but it's so good. This is the Revolution Highlighter Reloaded and it's like this white one. I love this stuff and it literally lasts so long because it's so pigmented. I use this little brush. This is the Eco Tools one, smudge brush, and I put some on my eyebrow, or under my eyebrow.
I will make you answer for all of you.
Like this highlighter is literally so good, but I don't like to use it on my cheeks because it's a little too much. But I do like a lot of highlighter in the inner corner of my eyes, under my eyebrows, and then I'll just take whatever left and I'll put it on my nose like this.
I can't remember.
And then I spread it out with my, I almost said I spread it out with my nose. Spread it out with my finger. For my eyebrows, I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer in the shade Soft Brown. I do have blonde hair, but I like my eyebrows being a little darker. I got them microbladed this shade. They also kind of match my roots. I am a natural redhead. Lots of colors happening, but anyways, first I just brush them up. And then I take the other side and I just fill them in. I always start at the bottom and just kind of outline it. How I do my brows ever since I got them microbladed and how I used to do them are completely different. I used to have like the most sharp brows and I was literally the brow queen, but I wanted to kind of go for a softer look with the microblades so it looks a little bit more natural. So filling them in is a little weird because I don't want them to be super sharp or anything. I'm getting used to it. Trust the process. After I put the pen where I want it to go, I take this again and just kind of like soften up all of the lines, I guess, so that it looks more natural. And yeah, that's how I do my eyebrows. Okay, now the face is done. So as for eyes, it's really kind of different every time, but for the most part, what I do the most often is I use my Hangin' in Hawaii palette by BH Cosmetics. And I use the shade Shaka in my crease, and then I use Hula on my lid and like inner corners, and then I'll use a little bit of Mahalo on the outer corners just like as a basic eyeshadow look. And then sometimes I'll go in with Honolulu for a bit of a wing effect instead of the Mahalo, or sometimes in addition, or sometimes I'll just do the wing liner, or sometimes I'll do the wing liner and what I just said. But for the most part, I do exactly what I'm about to do, so I'm gonna go with what I do the most of the time. I'm just gonna use the smudge brush that I used, but I'm gonna use this side, and I'm gonna use Shaka. So now that's done, and I'm gonna use this smudge brush. This is my favorite like little tool. It's so versatile. And I'm gonna get Hula and do it on my inner corner and lid. And sometimes I like to go crazy with this, I can't lie. I love a super bright inner corner and lid. And this stuff is so pigmented, I'm obsessed. I'm actually gonna do coconut today. I've been kind of more into this one, and I'm just gonna use a little card. And then I don't like this line being super intense, so I'm just gonna like smudge it like that. Oh jeez. So that's how it looks. I'm gonna do the same on the other side.
I was doing, didn't think that I could ruin anything at all.
Like that. And then I am gonna make a little wing. I'm gonna use this Morphe, I have no idea what brush this is, but it came in the little pouch and it looks like this. And I'm gonna do a little wing. I'm gonna use Honolulu. Normally I would get super close to the mirror, but I'm trying to like let you guys see.
Everybody's wrong. Used to be calm, now I can't remember how I used to do it. That
like that. And I'm gonna smudge it one more time.
forever. I wish I saw what she saw. I wish I knew what she knew.
And I don't like when this part is kind of non-existent, so I'm gonna go over a little bit more. I'm not a huge fan of how this one came out.
To show it like she knew, like she knew, she knew.
Okay, that's a little better. So now for my lashes, I always use this L'Oreal Voluminous Primer. It makes my lashes like really long. It like the mascara grabs my lashes better, I guess. I don't know how to explain it, but I love this stuff.
Ignoring, didn't wanna have to face it, but
Now that I look crazy. So for mascara, I have a love-hate relationship with this stuff. It's the Milani highly rated lash extensions tubing mascara. Like I said, I do love it. I feel like no mascara makes my lashes look better. However, whenever I put it on, it's like super wet and it leaves little mascara gobs all over my face. That's the sucky part, but the ending look on my lashes is insane.
I saw what she saw. I wish I knew.
Like, y'all see that?
I love how she just don't.
And I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's like all over my face.
I know I'm still that girl, but I don't know how to show it. Like she knew, like she knew, she knew, she knew.
Okay, so now for a lip, I always do a lip liner and a lipstick. My favorite combo is definitely this MAC lipstick in the shade Sellout. It's literally so pretty. And it's almost the exact color of my lips, so it's super natural. And then for the lip liner, I like the Rem Beauty ones, and I usually alternate between Top Line and Key Change. I want to say Top Line is a little better with this one. Top Line's a little bit more nude, Key Change is a little bit more pink, so it just depends on what I'm going for. I think I'm gonna do the pink look today. I'm gonna go with Key Change.
I know what she knew. I love how she just don't, but sadly.
So that's just the lip liner, and then I'm gonna do the Sellout lipstick. And if I'm doing like an everyday look, I'll do like what I just did divided by 2. Like I'll only put it on my bottom and I'll do that. And like lip liner, I won't overline it as much as I just did. But sometimes I go for lashes. If I'm like actually doing something that day, for example, we do like Disney and Universal a lot. If I'm actually doing something that day, I'll put lashes on. But today I'm not, so I'm just gonna stick with this because I am kind of lazy. But I use the Morphe setting spray. I don't use a lot of this. Okay, random irk. I hate when girls are like talking as they're spraying. They'll be like, yeah, so this is my last step. And I'm like, is it not going in your mouth? Like, I literally have to spray this and like hold my breath for a second. Like, I know it doesn't smell bad at all. Like, it actually smells good. I really recommend the coconut one. Like, it's not even like the smell or anything. It's the fact that like I know it goes in your mouth. Like, do you not taste that? I don't know. Anyways, also, yeah, like I said, I don't do a lot of this. I just go around once, and yeah, I never have an issue with like my makeup coming off. But yeah, that is the finished look. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. I want to do another one of these with like a full glam. So yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Please like, comment, subscribe. I am a very new YouTube channel. Every single tiny little like means the world to me because I didn't want to do this. I was like, nobody's gonna watch my little videos. So yeah, any and all support means so much to me, or don't, it's fine, you know, it's your life. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time.
Let me taste it. Got me obsessed, got me obsessed, got me obsessed.